Hello everybody, I'm Jasper Roleo Lopez Pacha and I'm here to discuss about multi-perspectivity, and before that, I would have to give a simple brief about primary sources and why not all primary sources are accessible to general audience. So what is primary sources? Primary sources are the raw materials of history, original documents, and objects that were created at the time under study. Also can be described as those that are closest to the origin of information. Historians collect facts from its origin of history and then draw their own reading of historical event. In essence, make sense of the past. Example about this is more, as long as it's created at the time under study. Their premise is that not everyone has access to all primary sources, and without proper training and background check may do more harm than good. And using only primary sources place high demands on student thinking. Student may have limited or misapplied background knowledge. Students have unsophisticated worldviews. Students have a false sense of discipline of history. History is a construct. As contract, it is open for interpretation. Multi-perspectivity requires incorporating source materials that reflect different views of historical events to provide space to inquire and investigate. According to Dr. Robert Stradling, defined multi-perspectivity as a way of viewing and predisposition to view historical events, personality developments, cultures, and society from different perspectives through drawing on procedures and process which are fundamental to history as a discipline. In a recent decade, scholars and educators have begun to question the validity of singular, one-sided historical narratives, rather than history being objective, representing by one close narrative. And also the importance of multi-perspectivity in history. Multi-perspectivity can add complexity to our understanding of the past and the ways in which history is constructed. It can foster an appreciation of contestability in the study of history, also to highlight previously marginalized voice. The use of multi-perspectivity stem from the basic discipline of history, viewing historical events from several perspectives, alternative narrative, the use of primary sources from different and even opposing groups, empathy, willing to put oneself in another's shoe. Another one is historical writing. There is a variety of ways by which we can view the world. First, bias. It's unfairly prejudice the result in favor of one person or group. Second, partial. Admitting that one perception is limited by other factor or by based on singular factor. And three, contain preconceptions, a preconceived idea or prejudice. Student of history should be able to recognize several possibilities of interpreting the past. What has been accepted as true in the past might not be accepted anymore. We can view the world in different views, depending upon the historical writing that may be biased, partial, and preconception. These assumptions guide us our thinking about the kinds of questions and exercises that should accompany any source material representing a multiplicity of perspectives. Failure in historical interpretation. Historians may omit significant facts. Historians may misinterpret evidence. Historians decide on what sources to use. Historians may provide a single cause only. Historian may impose a certain ideology. Interpreting history requires incorporating source of materials that reflect different views of an event in history. Historical interpretation is the process by which we describe, analyze, evaluate, and create an explanation of past events. We base our interpretation on primary, first-hand, and secondary scholarly as our historical sources. And we analyze the evidence, context, point of view, and frame of references. And that's my report. Thank you.